The notion that the devil wants to keep Christians poor is a complex and multifaceted concept that warrants exploration. At its core, this idea suggests that the enemy of God, often referred to as Satan or the devil, seeks to impede the financial progress and stability of Christians. This can be attributed to several reasons, including the devil's desire to limit the spread of the gospel, undermine the faith of believers, and disrupt the divine plan for humanity's prosperity. One of the primary reasons the devil wants to keep Christians poor is to hinder their ability to fulfill the Great Commission. As outlined in the Bible, Christians are called to spread the gospel to all nations, making disciples and baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. However, this monumental task requires significant financial resources. By keeping Christians in a state of poverty, the devil effectively limits their capacity to support missionaries, fund evangelistic efforts, and establish churches. This, in turn, hinders the spread of the gospel, allowing the devil to maintain a stronghold on the world. Furthermore, poverty can be a significant obstacle to faith, causing believers to doubt God's provision and sovereignty. When Christians struggle to make ends meet, they may begin to question whether God is truly concerned with their well-being. This can lead to a decline in their faith, causing them to become disillusioned with the idea of a loving and providential God. The devil, aware of this, seeks to exploit the vulnerability that comes with poverty, using it as a tool to undermine the faith of believers. By doing so, he aims to turn Christians away from their trust in God, rendering them ineffective in their witness and ministry. Another reason the devil wants to keep Christians poor is to disrupt the divine plan for humanity's prosperity. The Bible teaches that God desires for his people to prosper, not just spiritually, but also financially. In 3 John 1:2, the Apostle John writes, "Beloved, I pray that ye may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers." This verse suggests that God's plan for his people includes financial prosperity, which would enable them to live generously, support the work of the ministry, and bless others. By keeping Christians in poverty, the devil seeks to thwart this plan, preventing them from experiencing the fullness of God's blessing. In addition, poverty can lead to a range of negative emotions, including anxiety, fear, and stress. These emotions can be debilitating, causing Christians to become preoccupied with their financial struggles and lose sight of their spiritual priorities. The devil, aware of the destructive power of these emotions, seeks to use poverty as a means of distracting believers from their relationship with God. By doing so, he aims to render them effective in their prayer life, worship, and service to others. Finally, it is essential to recognize that the devil's desire to keep Christians poor is not just a spiritual issue, but also a practical one. Poverty can have far-reaching consequences affecting not only the individual, but also their family, community, and society at large. By keeping Christians in poverty, the devil seeks to perpetuate a cycle of economic deprivation, limiting their ability to invest in their children's education, support their local community, and contribute to the development of their nation. In conclusion, the devil's desire to keep Christians poor is a multifaceted strategy aimed at limiting the spread of the gospel, undermining the faith of believers, disrupting the divine plan for humanity's prosperity, and perpetuating a cycle of economic deprivation. However, it is essential for Christians to recognize that they are not helpless against the devil's schemes. By trusting in God's provision, living generously, and seeking to honor him with their finances, believers can break free from the cycle of poverty and experience the fullness of God's blessing. Ultimately, it is through their faith, obedience, and trust in God that Christians can overcome the devil's plans and fulfill their divine purpose.